Now that's music right there. Little Boston to come back to. Curt Schilling in for Howie Carr, 844-500-4242. Press 2 for the Chump line, which we can treat the Chump line much like the More Healy hotline. If you've been, if you're a conservative who had microaggressions, then feel free to call in. We're dying to hear them. But first, we're going to some really important stuff. Out in California, in the West, out in Hollywood, Kanye West went to the hospital.
He's been hospitalized.
Now,
and they keep putting it in quotes.
Is that
whenever Hollywood's putting things in quotes, it's always a red flag that they're trying to say something else.
So
it's not like he broke his leg.
Right. Doesn't have.
He's dehydrated.
I mean, it's rehab. It's rehab.
He's
right?
So it's either rehab or it's a psychiatric thing.
Well, we got to go to Grace on this one. I think it's going to be rehab.
No, it is psychiatric, and here's why. So Kanye's been acting really erratic lately. He had
wait, lately.
The last couple of decades.
Since he was a fetus.
But over the past couple of days, so he's on this huge tour. It's called the St. Pablo Tour. And it was supposed to run up until New Year's, where it was going to end at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. But he's canceled all those stops. So those people are going to get their tickets refunded, just so everyone knows. And so in the November 19th stop, he was ranting about Beyonce, about Hillary Clinton.
He came out like 3 hours late, and then he was just like ranting, didn't do anything.
And then he told everyone he would have voted for Trump, and then he left.
He left.
And he didn't finish, like you said, Curt, a lot of his songs, which is always a bad thing when you're at a concert and you wait for a long time, and then the person doesn't really do any of their songs.
I've never been to a country music concert where the performer just did 3 songs and then left. It seems like it's only these rap shows that go horribly off the rails.
Right.
Or like Madonna.
I wonder what that's all about.
Well, that's why one of the reasons why you see Toby Keith in Afghanistan doing stuff for the troops and you don't see Kanye West. There's a reason for that.
And so he had been putting up, he also, which was weird, he put up a lot of pictures on his Instagram that night. Tons and tons of pictures of all his clothes from his Yeezy collection.
As one tends to do, right?
But it's weird because in the article that I read, it said the images were presented without commentary, puzzling his fans. So like he must always caption it like, this is my new sweatshirt, this is my new. And so there was nothing there. It was just blank.
Is that normal? Am I missing out?
Do normal people post pictures on Instagram?
Of their new clothes?
Well, no. The weird thing is that people.
Oh, now it's going to be weird.
People, Curt, really like his clothes, and if you've ever seen them,
no, I can buy that. Oh,
I can't.
Well, no, but I'm saying that fashion is very subjective, and I get that. That stuff that my kids wear, I look at and go, really?
Yeah,
seriously?
His stuff is heinous, but he gets a lot of money for it. So anyway, he puts up all those pictures, and then he goes to his trainer's home where the police are called for a medical emergency, and they are calling it a psychiatric emergency. And the fire department arrived. The rapper was hauled off. He's been suffering from exhaustion and sleep deprivation, according to a source.
This has got like Lindsay Lohan written all over it. Who's the guy that was in the one in Transformers who's gone completely wigged out?
Transformers.
He was Shia LaBeouf?
Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, yeah. Lindsay Lohan, though, she's definitely more of a classic case of exhaustion where she's just drinking a lot. And I think she allegedly does a lot of drugs.
That's not classic exhaustion. That's classic alcoholism.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. She's tired of being an alcoholic.
But with Kanye, part of me really thinks it does have something to do with his mental exhaustion.
Part of you?
Well,
all of me.
Well, I just don't think.
Do you realize how much energy it takes to be a lyrical genius 24/7?
I hate that argument. I hate that Kanye West is a genius. I have this argument with my little brother. We're going to have it over Thanksgiving every single year. He says Kanye West is a genius.
Why?
Kanye West.
Why?
Tons of people
it's
think
like asking a liberal why they voted for Clinton. You can't answer it with any.
And they always say, I don't like him, but he's a genius. I'm like, he's not a genius. But anyway, he's taken to the UCLA Medical Center for evaluation. He's handcuffed to a gurney as is standard with an involuntary psychiatric hold. And that meant he either was a danger to himself or a danger to others. And then he was put on 72-hour, watch. And they say now that, so Kim was supposed to, my girl Kim was going to come back this Monday at the Angels Ball in New York. And she was going to come back. It was her big entrance back into the social scene. She would have killed it. But thanks, Kanye. Now that's not going to happen. Kanye had to go have a crazy meltdown. So now his wife has to go to the hospital and
this is all very riveting.
Be by his side.
But Grace, have we gotten a comment from Kim?
Yes, we have. Kim Kim wants everyone to know that. Oh, we have an audio clip from Kim.
Yes.
It really makes me sad that Kanye is having so much exhaustion, and I'm hoping that through his music and through his passions, he can overcome this problem.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim.
Kim checking in.
God, she is so well spoken.
Oh, what a mess.
Yeah, but that's all I have, guys. And leave a
thank
message
you.
on the Chump line because I want to have a really good one today.
We got to have a good one. Be funny. It's the More Healy hate line now, where you can call in if anyone performs microaggressions towards you.
I still really want to know what the cost of the More Healy hotline was, because obviously, I mean, if there's live operators, tech people setting it up, the Massachusetts taxpayers have had to cough up money to console these people and field their hoax hate crimes.
Listen,
where are the police reports?
But here's the thing: at the same time, when I talked about running for Senate, one of the things that I would run against is Elizabeth Warren's plan to give free public education, college. It can't be done. It's a $15 billion a year expense. Every 4 years, it's $15 billion. We don't currently pay in taxes. But hey, you know what? Taxes spend liberals. That's what built this thing, I guess. We'll wrap up the phone calls on the pardon stuff, and then we will have Adam Credo on the other side of the break. Let's go to David. David, what's on your mind, man?
Hey there, Curt. Good to talk with you.
Thank you.
I just wanted to run this by you. I think, well, you've had contracts that you've had to negotiate before. You start out really high, especially if you're in the power position. And you listen to Trump probably, the last year. He always overstates things way beyond expectations. Then he gets a pulse for how things are going to go, and then he comes back in with a different statement, and then he gets a pulse again. So, I mean, if you're around a negotiator, you recognize a pattern, and if you read his book, I mean, it's pretty clear he's just playing the media who takes everything seriously. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I agree. I mean, we're in a situation where the left took Trump literally, literally and not seriously, and we took him seriously and not literally, and that's how we ended up where we are for better. Now, I'm not going to say for better words because it is much better. Thanks for the call, David. Today's poll question is brought to you by Casper Mattress. Start having great days by getting a great night's sleep. Get a Casper. Try it in your home for 100 nights risk-free. Go to Casper.com and use the code Howie, Howie, for $50 towards the purchase of your mattress. Terms and conditions apply. And the poll question was...
How do you feel about President-elect Donald Trump's decision not to pursue an investigation of Hillary Clinton? Are you disappointed, angry, or pleased?
I'm disappointed.
71% say they are disappointed in Trump's decision. It's crept up a bit on angry to 17%. Just 13% are pleased.
So 88% of the people are on the wrong side, or on the other side of this. And again, I think it's a legitimate argument, a valid discussion. Disappointed is where I'm at, but I still think it's going to happen. I think what he's doing is recognizing that it's not him that's going to do this. He has much more important stuff to handle, to get moving, and he will do that. So I'm looking forward to that. We got time for a call before break? Let's go back out to the phones. Deborah, you're on the Howie Carr Show. Deborah, how you doing? What's on your mind?
Hi. Well, I think if we go after Clinton, we have to go after Kerry, and we have to go after all of the other predecessors that she had after her, like in Bush administration and like in all the rest of them, because they all didn't get a phone. They all weren't told to do this on a separate line. They all were not given this. When they asked, what is my job and what do I do? They just said, well, do whatever you do, whatever we tell you to do. And they don't hand them a phone and say, you have to do this on this line. And, oh, by the way, your personal crap can go on this line.
No. Hold on, Deborah. Deborah, that is actually protocol. They go through enormously lengthy training sessions and are made to understand that there is no gray area there. Communications are to be handled one way and one way only when you're on the government dime. That's not a nebulous thing, and everybody that has ever been in the name of that or been involved in that would tell you the same thing, Deborah.
Well, how come they're all coming out forward and said they were never told this and were never given another phone to do their?
I've never heard anybody. I haven't heard
all of the ones I just announced.
No.
Even Mr. Kerry, who's in there currently, yes, he said he never got another phone to do anything on. He's only got one phone to do all of the business on, his personal and the government phone. He says he never got one phone from the federal government saying you have to do this on this phone.
Well, okay, so you're hearing something I've never heard before, because everybody else is coming out and saying this is exactly how it is, and what she did was so off the reservation, outside of protocol, that it was mind-numbing to them. And you heard her campaign. Her campaign in the WikiLeaks was saying daily, what is she doing? She's creating an enormous problem. Thanks for the call, Deborah. 844-500-4242. Adam Credo from the Washington Free Beacon will be up next. I'm Curt Schilling in for Howie Carr. Back after this.